So what brings you happiness, Mike?
I think happiness is very different for different people. For me, I'm quite precise about it. My happiness is largely rooted in my competence. The more competent I am in the 4 areas of life, whether that's health, wealth, love or happiness, on a daily basis, how competent I am reflects how happy I am. Whenever I'm deficient in any one of those areas or I'm not quite doing things correctly, my happiness and my overall self-esteem drops quite considerably. Some people find happiness in material things, some people find happiness in experiences, in life itself, and that's great, there's nothing wrong with that. I just really like being good at things. I like being professional, I like winning, I love achieving, scaling new heights, conquering new territories. That's what genuinely brings me a lot of happiness. I'll use a more simplistic example, and this is also where it's a good thing and a bad thing that I've come to learn over the years. For example, playing video games. I could easily sit there and play FIFA for 10, 12 hours a day, no problem, because it actually aligns with my principle of overall happiness, which is to find competence. Even if I'm getting beat, the reason I'll keep playing is because that sense of achievement or that sense of progression really means quite a lot to me. I'd say in terms of happiness in my life, it's definitely rooted in competence, being very good at things. And when you're asking yourself what brings you happiness, I think a key way to ascertain that is by asking the inverse of that question. So what doesn't make you happy or what makes you unhappy? And when you ask the inverse of that question, sometimes that can guide you to say, actually, I should avoid these activities, or I should avoid these directions in life, and it can keep you on the right track. In my context, if I ask what doesn't bring me happiness, well, what doesn't bring me happiness is doing things I don't want to do, which are random activities or excursions that don't really add any value to my life or don't build on any competencies or anything else. You know, certain family scenarios, maybe they want to go and do this thing, or you've got to go meet the in-law. It doesn't really speak to me and it doesn't bring me a lot of happiness, and I find that it's quite hard to hide those components. What brings me happiness, I'll recenter it to say competence brings me the most happiness in life. Striving for competence and constantly getting better at things in health, wealth, love or happiness is what brings me joy and happiness in life as a whole.